What's up, Planeswalkers? Duke 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. I just realized the music is off. There we go. Just got to turn the music back on. Anyway, I do, of course, hope you go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal. And it helps support the show. And of course, if you use my promo code between now and I believe it's May 20th, you are potentially entered, well, no, you'll be entered to win one of 3 Richard Kane Ferguson playmats. These playmats are fantabulous looking, done by the real old school artist of Richard Kane Ferguson. Some nice classic Magic the Gathering art styles there. Today, we are playing Proliferate. Now, usually when I've done these not guild, but when I've done these mechanics in the past, there have been a sufficient amount of cards in the low and high rarities that I could justify making both a budget version as well as a non-budget or an upgraded version. This time I felt that the budget version, at least for Proliferate, it didn't feel fantastic. I'm still going to link the Proliferate deck in here, and I did play a game with it, and I did win with it, and it seemed decent. You know, it seems totally fine. In mid-gold, I think is where I am right now. So, you know, it's totally reasonable to play. These are, of course, just the other cards I was considering for the upgraded version. So I'm going to link this in the comments, or in the description, I should say. But we're going to play just the fully upgraded version because I figure that's kind of what people want to see. Especially considering not actually a ton of Proliferate cards, right? There are, I think, 2 cards in the deck that actually have the word Proliferate on them. Oh, actually, 3. I forgot we had a land. But this is essentially just kind of a random value counters deck. Has a little bit of play from the Simic mechanic, but otherwise, it's just kind of a value deck, and it's very fun. We're using 2 Llanowar Elves because we don't necessarily need to ramp into our 3s, but it is always nice to have that little bit extra of mana ramp. We're running 4 Growth Chamber Guardians because this card is bonkers. Being able to just get like all of your Growth Chamber Guardians from just 1 by proliferating it is really nice because it just gives you that extra hand advantage where you don't really mind too much if your board gets cleared because you still have cards, right? You still have cards that you can play, and even if you can't get more from the cards that are in your hand, you can still make it into a 4/4 that will keep getting counters. So that's very helpful. Incubation Druid is a fantastic card in a deck like this where you're just incidentally putting counters on things. You're going to be able to just like put a counter on this and then make 3 extra mana. It's fantastic. Or if for some reason you don't have the ability to do that, you can go ahead and adapt this to have something to proliferate on, right? So it's very helpful. We're running 2 Simic Ascendancies. I'm planning on at some point making like a combo Ascendancy deck that uses Evolution Sage and Scapeshift, but that's a combo Simic Ascendancy deck. That's not really Proliferate, so I want to keep it at 2 because it is still like functional in this deck, and I think it's really interesting. I like the card, but I'm just gonna leave it at 2. Save it for another video. 4 Hydroid Krasis. This card has counters. It gains its life, which is important because we're playing like no basics. Honestly, I'm probably gonna put in a single force, but this card is just good. Okay. It also draws, which is kind of a deficit in this deck. I am going to go ahead and bop down. I think I'm gonna bop down a Sunpetal Grove. No, Breeding Pool or Hinterland Harbor. And I'm just gonna put a single forest in, just because I want to make sure I can have something that is a basic. I can hear ringing. I hope you can't, but if you can, my apologies. I have literally no idea where it's coming from. 4 Evolution Sage. This is like the Proliferate card. There's also the 3 mana one that triggers off of casting non-creature spells. We do have a decent number of Planeswalkers in the deck and other non-creature spells, but I just like Evolution Sage a little bit more because it makes your lands less lame to top deck, and it also has a more aggressive body. So this will, you know, as a 3/2, can still just beat down if you're going against a control deck where you need to kill them, and you might not want to make a super wide board. 3 Nether Bottoms. I've seen a lot of Proliferate lists that include white that don't actually include Nether Bottom, and I think that's kind of a mistake. On one hand, you know, it's a creature that can come in with +1/+1 counters and get bigger, which is just nice, you know, that's the baseline. But also against an aggressive deck, or if you had to shock too much, you can just gain some life, and it destroys an artifact or enchantment, which is all over the place right now with people playing the weirdest combo things. So I really do like the inclusion of Nether Bottom here. It's been pretty good. It's been one. No, Jiang Yanggu is really nice. It makes it so that our creatures can, you know, when they have +1/+1 counter, they can add more mana. That's only ever really functional via Hydroid Krasis, really. Maybe Biogenic Ooze as well, because we can just use our token to pump out more tokens, etc., etc. But what's really nice is that you can just -1 to put a counter on something. And if you have Proliferate out, even if you just have, say, Yanggu and Evolution Sage, then you can use Yanggu, put a counter on this, and then like your lands won't be worthless when you top deck them. Like that's a terrible situation to be in, but at least it does do something, and it's functionally free to use Yanggu in this way. One cure. The reason we're only running one cure is because we don't technically have a ton of creatures that trigger cure's first ability. So we do have things like Night of Autumn that can come in. We have one Zegana, and then we have two Roalesks. I cannot say this name very well. So, we don't have too many triggers for this when it enters, but the -1 is still very valuable. Being able to untap things like Incubation Druid, as well as something like using Hadana's Climb a second time, or just even a Karn's Bastion is very helpful from time to time. Speaking of Hadana's Climb, this card puts a counter on a creature when it enters, and then when you have 3 or more counters on a creature, specific creature, you flip it, and you just make things huge. It's only a 1-of because it's legendary, and we don't need it to win the game. It's just kind of cute. But it's a fun card. One Zegana, very similar to Hadana's Climb, where this card is very helpful if you can get it, but you don't necessarily need it. Obviously, our creatures don't innately have trample or evasion or anything like that, as Zegana does give us that trample. And she just draws cards. But we also have 4 Planeswalkers that we want to play in the 4-drop slot, so I relegated her to 1. We're playing both Ajanis, and the reason we're playing both Ajanis is because the +1 of this one is fantastic, and the -2 of this one is fantastic. So you really want to be able to make sure you have counters on your creatures, right? Who cares if you can proliferate if you don't have anything to proliferate? Obviously, you can proliferate the Planeswalkers that you have, but still. For what it's worth, we don't really care about getting any of our creatures back that are CMC 2 or less. If this were 3 or less, it'd be amazing because we could get Evolution Stage back, which is a target for removal, but it's still fine. We can still get things like Incubation Druid or Gross Chamber Guardians back, but for the most part, you're going to +1 with this card, and then you're going to proliferate until you can get to the -7. You're going to -7 because making 3 1/1 cat creatures a turn is pretty damn good, especially in a deck where you can keep putting counters on them and making them even bigger. It's fantastic. Ajani is Ajani's pair, because this Ajani works really well with this Ajani's -7 ability. You get cats every turn, and then the following turn, those 1/1 cats turn into 2/2 cats, and then probably 3/3s and 4/4s and 5/5s with Vigilance and Lifelink. Real damn good if you ask me. For what it's worth, the +1 is also pretty good. Gain life is always welcome in the style of deck that runs a lot of shock lands. Yeah, not much to say about this card. It's real strong. Biogenic Ooze. How am I going to play a +1/+1 counter deck and not include Biogenic Ooze? This card is a one-man army, a one-thing army, a one ooze army. Ooze, but it's fantastic on playing it. And, of course, 2 Roalesks. I'm just going to call it the Guardian Project. 2, the Guardian Project. This is an okay card. 5 mana, 4/5 Flampler, pretty good. Put 2 counters on another creature. Can't put counters on itself, which is unfortunate, but still, it's decent. And then, of course, when it dies, you get to proliferate twice. Pretty damn good, if you ask me. This is our mana base. Vaguely based upon easy mode's thing, as all of my decks will be for the foreseeable future. And, of course, Karn's Bastion. It's a land that taps to proliferate. It's pretty damn good. Our sideboard is just like the budget versions. Anyway, we're going to go and hop into some games. And we're doing this in ranked because there are, 2 days until rank resets? We're not getting to plat. We're not getting to anything but plat. I might still try and grind. I'm recording this, of course, on Sunday. This is kind of a bad hand, unfortunately, just because we don't have any of our low, 3 or less creatures. We're going second. The problem is we don't have anything until turn 4. We have a powerful turn 4 into turn 5. But if this is an aggressive deck, we can't get there. I'm going to be greedy and keep it, because, I don't care. I'm just trying to have fun. Okay, Evolution Stage is helpful. Because now we can at least do a turn 3 into a turn 4 into a turn 5. Is it spells? It might still be spells. Because Discovery is very helpful for putting nonsense in the graveyard. We did play 1 game with each of the budget and upgraded version. And I won both of them. The first one was against Sultai Midrange, actual legitimate Sultai Midrange, and I beat them with my budget version. And the reason for that is the budget version uses Shark the Crab. Wow. I have something to play on turn 2 as well. That's cool. The budget version uses Shark the Crab, and when you're able to proliferate using Shark the Crab, you just tap down your opponent's stuff, and they can't do anything. And I just killed them, and they were sad. So it looks like this is a Saheeli deck, where you're just going to play a bunch of non-creature spells. Don't you dare kill my Sage. I need that to live, please. It's unfortunate, of course, that Sage, I'm going to proliferate with nothing to proliferate. But if we can get 2 more lands... Oh no, we just need 1. If we can just get 1 more land, that'd be helpful. Yeah, it can be another Karn's Bastion as well. Just because of the fact that we have sufficient stuff for Roalesk. So yeah, this is just a... Is it Drake's deck, I guess, with Saheeli? Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems to be. I hope they don't have Burn. Burn is the hardest for me to deal with. Oh, that's actually fantastic. Because we can go ahead and sure, whatever, that's no. Go away. Go ahead and do this. And then next turn this will get bigger as well.
No
plus on
friend
this.
of mine fights alone. Be
Cool.
strong.
I could attack Saheeli. I feel like I might as well, right? I'm a little worried. I don't think the Saheeli is actually going to be a minus. Just based on what I see, I'm pretty sure this is just normal Drakes. Can't really block that. I guess I'll just rather hold up so Ajani is more likely to live. Evolution Stage is relatively important regardless, so I don't want to really run headfirst into anything unfortunate. Enigma Drake? Yep. Drake's what I expected. So Ajani's dead.
I know how to stop.
Excuse me, what? Copy of another target creature or artifact. Oh! I misread this card. My opponent did make a mistake. Oh no, this doesn't need haste. Shit. Alright, well, buy Ajani. That's unfortunate.
Cease
left-
this.
You left Ajani alive? Why? You could have used maximize velocity there. Why did you... Okay. My opponent left Ajani alive. I'm fine with that. I mean, I could play Incubation Druid. She wouldn't have haste. I could play Incubation Druid in order to get more proliferate value, but I don't think I should. I'm pretty sure I just play Karn's Bastion, bump all of these up, play the Ooze, get an Ooze, plus the Ajani on both my Oozes.
See in yourself what I see in
Do I attack? Would I be willing to trade away my Evolution Sage now that I have a Karn's Bastion? Possibly? Like, there's no way they take that trade. I think they just chump block. Yeah, so I think I am going to attack Saheeli. I assume they chump block. Like, I'm fine with a trade here. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, so I have sweet 2 4/4s. My Simic Ascendancy is climbing. I mean, next turn, if I draw a land still, I think I just Biogenic Ooze again. Because that's so many counters for Ascendancy, yeah. And this is... Ooh, I'm scared. Alright, so Ajani's definitely dead. I don't want to die. Could I die here? I could theoretically die here. My opponent maximizes their Crackling Drake. I don't think the token would get an additional thing, but I'm still at 20. I might actually need to play Roalesk to not die a horrible, painful death. Yeah, maximize. This did get smaller, though. That's nice. So it's still 10, so that actually didn't change anything hilariously.
Like to think fast.
Okay, so it's 15, so I could go to 5. Yep, I'm gonna go to 5. Okay. So luckily they can't use Saheeli anymore. Terramander? Ooh. Okay, so I'm fairly certain the correct play here is 7. I think I have to play Roalesk. Unfortunately, I think I might still be dead. So I do this. Make him big, I guess. I do this.
You are capable of more than you assume.
Play this tapped. I can block 5. My opponent's 1, 2. I mean, they have plenty of lands. Yeah, damn, I'm dead. Damn, that sucks. Could have used the Krasis. No, I wouldn't have used at the beginning of your upkeep. So I guess I theoretically could have on upkeep. No, I guess there's nothing I could have done. Oh no, on upkeep I could Karn's Bastion. Damn, yeah, I could have won. One turn away.
If it's a challenge you want, then a challenge
Right.
you'll get.
Cool, have fun. Oh, right. Second game, when I actually played this, was against Mardu Control, I think? And I just had a lot of creatures and they couldn't deal with it. And they had Settle Wreckage, and I played around it twice. I was like, cool, thanks for the Settle Wreckage, I don't care. Thirst Gang. We have Ascendancy on curve. We're going second again. I really would like a 3-drop because this doesn't really do anything by itself. But I think I'll keep it. Let's see. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's aggro. Hit me up with something to play. That is not something to play. Is Game of Thrones Day? Oh, fudge. We might be screwed. Give me something to... Alright. Going to play the Guardian instead of Ascendancy, because the Guardian can block. Guardian might take damage and die, but Guardian blocks. It absorbs damage. That's what I need to say. Oh no! Well, it's a Wizard's Lightning, so it took up their entire turn, or their entire mana, so that's fine. Okay, gonna play this tap, I guess. And play this. So next turn I can play this and minus to get that back. Okay, it's okay, everything's fine. Nothing's fine, but everything's fine. Oh, they're playing Mono Red Arclight. Interesting. I'd appreciate if you, like, effed off, though. I'm at 8 already, guys. This is ridiculous. Yeah, so I pretty much have to Ajani chump this. And then...
It is good to see you.
I don't know, play Roalesk and have... Still die? Yeah. Going second against Mono Red on a... Yep, cool. I'm just dead. Well, they have to shock us. Oh, okay. Or they could just kill me. Cool. I can see inside you the sickness is rising. Don't try to deny what you feel. Come on. Give me a game. It seems that all that was good has died and is decaying in me. Turn 2, turn 3. Turn 2, turn 3. On turn 4, I evolve this play of land. I'm going second again, which is unfortunate. But yeah, turn 2, turn 3. Evolve this play of land. Ooh, Yanggu. Do I play Yanggu on 3 instead? I might. Because I can, let's see, turn 2, turn 3 I do this, minus to put a counter on this, which would draw me another one of these. Then on turn 4 I can play this first, play this. No, play this first, minus this, put it on this. Okay, everything's fine. Everything seems fine. Okay. So turn 2, play out a Goat Timber Guardian. Okay. I mean, that's all predicated on my opponent doing nothing. And my opponent, of course, is not going to do nothing. Luckily, they can't do a bunch because we're playing Evolving Wilds. So I'm just going to... No, another Wildcrafter Walker. Okay, this is actually really good for me. Because it means my Yanggu is very likely to live. By very likely, I mean essentially absolutely going to. I mean, I don't really want to take damage here. But at the same time... Fuck. So I'll play Yanggu. I'm saying Django, it's Yanggu. I'm playing Yanggu. Or Yanggu, I actually don't know.
I'm Jiang Yanggu, and this is Mo Wu.
He said it for me, thank you. Jiang Yanggu. Yeah, cool, awesome. Take action. Take this. Hey, he's not British, that's fucking nice. No attacks. So, my opponent, of course, could play a Jadelight Ranger and then Yanggu dies, but, you know, I think it's kind of fine, I suppose. What I'm likely to do is still Evolution Sage into this, just so I have it out. Yeah, so unfortunately, Jiang does just die. Sure. I mean, that doesn't bode well for me. Really? Okay. I was about to say, I absolutely saved the Planeswalker.
Ah, tough lessons.
So that is unfortunate, but Castle Levi. Okay. So I still think I Evolution Sage. But I think I would like to play this. So I can Evolution Sage, play this, next turn play Roalesk. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll go and play Evolution Sage. No. Shh! Fudge. Fudge, I can't actually do this in the order I want. Would I rather get the counter on this? Or play this? Because I have the mana for this anyway. So I'd rather get the counter. Sure. And see, this is what I was saying about Growth Guardian being so great. Because I assume they're going to have another, like, Jade Ranger or something. But for right now, right, it's a decent blocker. I'm not terribly gone on life. And I have, a sizable hand still. It's not a terrible hand either, right? Like, I have Roalesk, which is decent. This lady. I'd appreciate if you stopped, though. Damn, yeah, these guys had a bit better of a start, unfortunately. 10, 14, I'll take it. Oh, that's why I wanted to play the Llanowar Elves. If you had that, why wouldn't you do that first? What? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm mad at myself. That's why, because I can't Roalesk and Proliferate now. For what it's worth, I don't think it matters because I need wide blocks here. So I think I have to go Bastion, and I still only have 2 green. Shit. Block. I have to have a blocker for that. Yeah, shut up. I could Ajani instead. By Ajani, I can go up to 7. I can still play Llanowar Elf. Then I can chump. Fudge off.
You realize I do not stand. Now do you see the benefits of peace?
I'm in a rough position. This deck was doing so well. I never knew I. Vivian Reed. Unfortunate, but sure.
I didn't live through hell to lose to you.
So let's see if you
No
touch
one knows the wilds like I do.
No one knows the wilds like I do. Oh, that's fun. Chump. Actually, if they're just attacking with that, I think I just chump one of them. Do I need Llanowar Elf here? I have 5 mana. I don't think 6 mana does like anything for me, so I think I just chump here. I can play Roalesk. That land is actually incredibly helpful. Do I go wide instead? If I Roalesk, I can put this on there. And still +3. Which will make these bigger. I only have 3 blockers. Oh, right, she can just kill my Roalesk. Fudge. So I guess I can't do that. So it might be better to Zegana. Because she starts out bigger anyway. I just wanted to draw, see what I could draw. Yeah. Do that. I think I have another one, yeah. Just gonna play this. And let's go ahead and go to 5.
Now do you see the benefits?
So I have trample with this. If they, in order to kill this, they need to block with 2, and I'd be able to kill both of them. So I think this is honestly super worth doing. Yeah. I arguably could attack with... I should have attacked with Evolution Sage as well. And I'm fine with this because I'm getting rid of 2 of their creatures. So they can hostage take her away.
And you strike nature.
Probably Zegana. I have to double chump. I'm left with no creatures.
Come to me.
But I can play double Growth Timber Guardian, and my minus doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm in a rough spot for sure. Oh, they played their own Evolution Sage. You could go yourself. Alright, so they didn't hostage take me yet. Yeah, sure. Yep. Cool. I maybe should have had Vivian in this deck. What? Block there. Block there. Chump there. The Hydroid Krasis is helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I can do it for 4. It's gonna die and then I die. Yeah. Alright, this is not a winnable game. Yeah. I'm gonna play another one. I'm staying in ranked. Because this deck isn't bad. Is there anything I would change though? Core seems a little win more. Same as Adonis Climb. I think I actually do want 2 more elves. 2 more elves. 2 more elves. Right, I forgot. One of the elves is in here. 2 more elves. Stupid game. It gives me a little bit more consistency in ramping up. I think that might actually be necessary. It's not a gopher, it's a hofer. Of course, like the one game where I would totally love a shockland, especially since I'm going first, I don't get one. This is fine, I guess. I can do this on turn 2, and if I draw another land, I can do this on one of these on turn 4. I'd probably do this on turn 4, depending, of course, on what my opponent plays. Then this would be larger. Yeah, I mean, I guess that seems okay. My hair's a mess right now. It's also incredibly hot because I had to turn off my AC and my fan. Because it gets too loud when I record. Oh, they had a mulligan to 5. This is not even going to be a game, is it? I'm not counting that. I'll put Turbo Concede because it's funny and I love the joke. I do need to pay attention because it is Trone's night. Jin Nibiria. Hey, we're going first. Cool. I will keep this. Got a turn 2 Incubation Druid, turn 3 probably Evolution Sage. Please don't mulligan into Oblivion. Okay, thank you. So if we draw a land... No. Either way, I think I'm going to be playing this. If we draw a land, I'll play both of these. Well, fuck. I mean, what? Damn it. I really wanted to land there. Everyone's playing Sultai right now. Darn. Because getting Simic Ascendancy out early would be nice, but... Can I draw land, please? Paradise. What is this? Is this a Muldrotha deck? Dude, please tell me it is. Are you serious right now? Alright, well, next turn we'll be able to play things.
You do not have to see in yourself what I see in you.
I mean, I did take it. I did keep a 2-lander, but oh, it's Sultai Friends. Let's see how this goes. Both of Kaya. You're gonna kill one of my druids. Go yourself. I'm going to probably Night of Autumn that. Well, I can make 3, 4, 5 mana. I can make 5 mana. So I think I'm going to tap this for green, blue, shoot. If I tap this for... Shoot. Tap this for white, then I don't have enough green. God damn it.
Fight again.
No, screw that. I'm just gonna try to beat you to death. Who needs lands when you have Incubation Druids? So next turn, theoretically, I'll have 8 mana. Like, do some plus stuff, do some Ajani stuff, sweep the leg, Johnny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Killing Roalesk. I get a Proliferate twice. Could be Contempt, which would be frustrating, but... One has 4 cards, I have 5. But I am a bit mana screwed. I will say that this is just trying to use Proliferate to its fullest. That doesn't necessarily mean this is the best place for Proliferate.
I've got it.
Sure. Are you also going to kill something of mine? No? Sure then. Let's see, so I can Night of Autumn. Night of Autumn, kill this. I mean, I only take, what, 2 damage? I actually don't give a shit about that, so I can just attack there anyway. This land situation's nonsense.
I will lend you my strength.
Oh no, I took 2 damage.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
One has 4 cards. I have a decent board except my lands. We are only running 23, but our curve tops out at 5. With only, what, a few of them? Oh, fudge off. Actually, I don't think there's anything he can do that matters. Yeah, I'm fine with that, because I can just kill this.
Pointless.
Still no land. What can I, how much can I Krasis for? 6? No, 9? What if I do this? Then it's 9 total mana. So I can do it for 5? Thinking about it. Yeah, we're gonna go and put Ascendancy down. And we're gonna Krasis for 3, 6, 9, 7 mana. Still only drew one land. That's hilarious. I'm going to play it, though. No, I'm greedy. I'm too greedy for this. I'll take some damage. I don't care. My opponent currently only has 2 Root Snare. Sure. That's fine. So the reason I was greedy and kept it is because I can next turn Evolution Sage. Can I also Ooze? I think I can. Yeah, I can also Ooze. So I can do Sage, Ooze, and then play the lands. Exile target permanent. I assume you're going to exile my Roalesk. That's the one that makes sense. You can't do hers because it's minus, yeah. I'm going to drop one of my Night Bottoms.
My revenge will be painful. Let your weak minds crumble.
You take my Krasis? Incorrect.
Bye-bye now.
Ooh, okay, cool. So I can Green, please. Sage. I'm actually going to cast Ooze now. And Sage. Play this tapped. Alright, I did it twice. I would like you to die. Sure. Die.
Defiance is infuriating.
Gonna hold on my upkeep. I don't know if this will trigger unless it has, at the beginning of your upkeep, if it has. I'm not sure. But sure, Teferi, I don't care. Look at my board.
I am not going to sit
Look
this
at me.
one out.
You're gonna bounce Simic Ascendancy? Do it. I do not care. I don't see myself losing this game.
Keep up the pace.
Paul only has 2 cards in hand. I do not care about the Wanderer. I'm the Wanderer. I want round. Sure.
My one
It's totally fine. Oh, I didn't play Karn's Bastion. Never mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Ajani, then minus it, and then play Karn's Bastion, and then activate it. So we would have won still. Bit anticlimactic, but let's buy some packs. As I said, I will include both the budget and this actual version. There's definitely things that you could probably change about it. Unfortunately, I was very busy today, and it is also Game of Thrones Day, so I didn't have enough time to test a bunch. But I did test to my satisfaction, and I think the deck is, totally fine. Yeah, we only technically got 3 wins with it, but still, it's fine. Everything's fine. I do want to thank my lovely patrons, especially Salamander, Croft, Zin, and Rexel for their continued support. If you'd like to join them supporting the boy on Patreon, you can find links to that down in the description, or you can just hit that join button, become essentially a $5 patron by becoming a channel member. In the description, you'll also find links to the Discord, where we all chat and hang out and play games, and you can find links to the Aether account, where I host all of my deck lists, including these and others. I do, of course, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go and tap that like button, add one of those subscriptions to your mana pool, cast one of those comments in the comment section down below, and pass the turn and the vid to some of your friends. And until next time, I will be one.